I see. So now, Lance has worn the yellow jersey more than anyone else. He told me about the intricacies of the whole sport of cycling. Let's find out.
You have the athlete, you have the bicycle. That's what people see, right? But the way the sport works, it gets a lot more technical and a lot more intricate. You have the team dynamic, you have all of the elements, whether it's wind or weather, road surfaces, crashes, flat tire. You have all of these variables that come in to this sport that people don't necessarily think about.
Yeah, I don't think about it at all.
No, you see.
It's just your bicycle.
Right. Well, it is. Look, it's. I tell people this all the time. It's a marathon meets a chess match meets NASCAR meets
That's a good NASCAR.
politics.
That's good.
So there's just a lot with NASCAR being the drafting element.
Yeah, of course, all of that.
The chess match being the tactical, strategic part. 20 teams on the road, 9 riders per team. And then all the while, the luck is so, a crash that could end your career any day.
So, Max, you agree with this, I guess?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a most complex sport. The Tour de France, because you're riding in a team, you're doing flat stages, you get some tremendous mountain stages where they're going up to maybe 4,500, 5,000 feet, maybe not just one mountain in a day, maybe 2 mountains.
But you're riding with a whole team of people who are supporting you.
You have got a whole team who are supporting you, so you need specialists. If you're the leader of the team, you have specialists who help you get up. You have 1 or 2 other climbers.
Right, but we're thinking that the winners are because they're particularly physically fit and have a certain amount of grit. And now we're hearing that there's the strategy, it's a chess match, but then, of course, there's just the pure physics of it. So let's check it out.
The most important thing for us was the power that we could produce, which, interestingly enough, early in my career, we couldn't measure power. You measured heart rate, or rate of perceived exertion, or how do I feel, how hard am I going? That's how you measured things. And then the power meter came along, and you could actually measure watts at the crank. That changed everything. So then you knew how strong you were. You weren't guessing, you weren't timing yourself, you weren't racing somebody else.
We have this in rowing, it's called the ergometer.
Yeah, so you knew exactly.
Yeah, you know if you're slacking up. Right. I mean, oh my gosh.
And literally overnight, the entire peloton sport went from heart rate to watts. And so that changed everything. It changed the training, it changed the rate, it changed it all. And so, but we knew. You knew how much power you could produce, which is number 1 variable, and you knew how much you weighed in the morning. We call it power to weight. So going up a hill, you can produce 500 watts and you weigh 160 pounds.
And it's Newton's laws of physics at that point.
Right. That's right. It is laws of physics, but you always go back to the fact that there's tactics, there's luck. So you have to always think about that. But obviously, if you don't have that magic number on power to weight, then who cares about the luck?
So it matters if you drop a pound.
Absolutely.
Without losing the power.
Yeah,
oh
absolutely. Or you could lose a little power and lose more weight.
Even more weight, so that the power to weight ratio,
it's the ratio
goes up.
That's right.
So Max, is there a golden ratio that you should seek?
The highest you can possibly get to would be the one that you really want. But for riders in the Tour de France, they're doing maybe 5 watts per kilogram of weight for a flat stage. If they're going in a sprint, a really fast sprint, they can get up to the last 150 meters of the race, they can get up to 20 watts per kilogram.
Whoa.
So, but yeah, they're fit.
Now, what we did was, we sent out our senior sidewalk science correspondent. We have such a thing. Yes, Chuck Nice, to find out more about the science of cycling. Let's check him out.
What's up, Neil? We came all the way to Staten Island to the Sports Science Lab to find out how a regular dude like me stacks up against a top cyclist like Lance Armstrong. Oh, it's on. Gentlemen, how are you? Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm ready to be your lab rat. So right now they're putting a series of sensors all over my body. There is no fear in this dojo. There is no fear in, So these will actually show up as an avatar on screen, and these smaller ones actually affixed directly to my skin with an adhesive, and they measure my muscle activity. So basically, I'm a cyborg. Calibration complete.
So if you check out on the screen here, that avatar, everything you're doing, we're moving right there.
Right. Hey, that's me. What's up? Hey, what's up? Okay, and what's that?
This is the VO2 mask.
All right, so I put this on.
Yep, that's going at the crown of the head. Gotcha.
Help me out here. Okay, this is great. Okay, how's that? You good? Okay.
Okay, just breathe a little bit, nice and deep. All right, so everything that you're breathing in and out, okay, we can tell if your muscles are utilizing this oxygen.
Now, can you tell this? I'm your father. Okay, sorry about that. I had to do that.
Right.
Okay, here we go. All right, I think I'm on.
All right, Chuck, all you're gonna do is start pedaling.
Just start pedaling.
Yep. All right, our wattage, our goal is 100.
100.
Okay? Yep, we want to sit right around that 100 mark.
Right there? Nope.
Yep, right there. Perfect. Now we're sitting around 150. That boy. Deep breaths, breathe. Come on, 10 more seconds. Come on, baby. There you go, push it. Good. That's it. Get this off of you. Let's get some air in you.
You okay? Yes.
Need some water?
Yes. And a cigarette.
So here's what we got. So VO2 is milliliters per kilogram per minute. You scored 59.8. So we're looking at the scale in the superior range.
What?
Yeah, that's very good
I'm in a superior range?
for your age.
Oh, for my age, well, thanks.
So you're still about halfway away from Armstrong, all the elite cyclists. For your age,
That means I'm half as good as Lance Armstrong. I'm half as good as Lance Armstrong. Woo! Let's do it again.
Chuck, nice. So Max, tell me about the VO2.
VO2 max.
Max, what is that?
It's a measurement of how good your body is at using oxygen. So it's the respiratory, it's the heart, and it's the muscles. How much oxygen is getting to your muscles to help your muscles work.
So if you could be working hard, but if your muscles are not getting the oxygen, they'll fatigue faster.
Yep.
And so that's not good.
That's not good.
Right. So does the person who wins every race have the highest VO2 max?
Not necessarily. They may have the best strategy. They may have the best team support.
Okay.
And they may be the luckiest.
So it just helps.
Oh, it's very, very important.
Well, Chuck Nice had one more test in that lab to go through, in the sports science lab. It's their high-tech version of, you remember in the old days you have a post-workout ice bath?
I do,
Yeah,
Sure.
when you were...
I'm going to have one after the show.
After a rough comedy routine, you got to go into the ice bath.
In your mankini.
So there's apparently there's an updated version of that Chuck was checking out. Here he goes.
Okay, oh my goodness, dude, that's crazy.
Almost ready?
Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me! Okay, first of all, I can't breathe this because these are liquid nitrogen fumes, and that is an asphyxiant. Oh, snap! What are you doing? Are you lowering the temperature? Okay, Mike, that's it. I gotta get out. Seriously, please, do. Neil, can you guys explain why athletes put themselves through all of this?
All right, so Max, liquid nitrogen. So what you actually saw there was not the nitrogen, but the water vapor that would condense under the influence of such cold temperature. So that's what's visible to you.
Yeah.
Plus, it's the temperature of the air around him, so it's not going to freeze him solid like a potato chip as what would happen if we dipped him in liquid nitrogen.
Okay.
Right.
Have you tried that?
I tried dipping him in liquid nitrogen. Yeah, you would last maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So the very difference between liquid pulling heat out of your body and air. So, but what I want to know from you is, do you know anything about this new way?
Well, I've done a little bit of calling around. I spoke to the lead physiotherapist of a national cycling team, and he says that actually nobody's using it yet in cycling because there isn't enough evidence that it benefits a cyclist. Even the ice baths aren't really used in cycling because it really helps people who have been in impact sports. But in cycling, there's no impact, you hope.
Yeah. Okay, so it's for the moment kind of gimmicky. It could shrink stuff up too. So there's mankinis would look different after you came out of it.
They'd be slack.
All right.